Hi family, Sabrina Celeste, psychic medium, intuitive life coach. They say 1 out of every 3 persons, probably more than that, have either experienced, sensed, felt, smelled, or had an experience seeing a ghost or a loved one that has passed on. Well, here are some signs that you might be a psychic medium, or if you want to call it a gift of discerning spirits, that's fine too. Here they go. You might have heightened intuition. Some call it, having empathic gifts. You often have a strong gut feeling or a knowing about people or places or situations without any logical explanation at all. Do you have empathy overload? Do you sense the feelings of emotions, the emotions of others? Sometimes to the point of physical exhaustion? Well, a couple of things are going on here. 1, you are definitely empathic, but 2, don't confuse that with being codependent. Just because you can pick up and sense and feel other people's pain does not mean that you need to take it on yourself. Always cover yourself with white and pink light, and just remember that to view and sense and feel, the emotions of others as you are observing them, not to fix them. You can't fix them, but you can observe them. So just remember to always cover yourself with white and pink light, and it's okay to feel the emotions of others, but just don't allow it to drain you. I call those psychic vampires, to the point of physical exhaustion. Don't allow that. Unusual sensory experiences. You might see, hear, or sense things that others don't. Perhaps you might see a flash of light. Sense and test the spirits to make sure that they are something and someone that you want to interact with. And if not, then just send them away. Okay, they have no power over you. Absolutely none. You might be a person who dreams. If you dream very vivid dreams, like I have prophetic dreams at times, always keep a notebook next to your bed and write down your dreams the first thing in the morning. And if you have a hard time remembering your dreams, then what you do is you tell yourself right before you go to sleep, I'm going to remember my dream tomorrow. I'm going to remember my dreams tomorrow. And then as soon as you wake up, write down as much as you can possibly remember. Now, if you dream having communication with a loved one or a person who has passed on, those are actually equivalent to visitations. Okay, that's the same as a visitation. I can either see the spirit of my loved one in alpha state in 3 dimension, three-dimensionally, like I do when I would look at someone who is alive and well standing next to me. I'm out of my body because we leave our bodies at night, and so we astral project whether we realize it or not. We're not attached to our bodies, not one little bit. So yeah, if you dream your loved one and you're very active with your loved one, or it's a positive dream, or it's a dream that they're speaking to you or talking to you, then that's also a direct communication with your loved one. Unexplained physical sensations. You might experience chills or tingling or a sense of energy in the presence of a certain person or place. When that happens, just be still. Clear your mind. Don't allow your ego and your mind to decide what you think it is. Just clear your mind and ask, mentally, emotionally, what am I feeling and why am I feeling this? And don't judge what comes to your mind, because something will come to your mind and you'll think, no, that's not it. But that's exactly it. So, I don't know. I carry a notebook and a pen with me all the time. Even you can even just get like a little notebook and a pen and just carry it with you at all times to write and jot down notes of things that you see and feel in certain people and places, whether you know them or not. Another sign is that you've always been attracted to the spirit world. Ever since I was 3 years old, I would wake up and there would be all kinds of people around me. Grandmas, grandpas, kids, moms, dads. And they were friendly and there was a beautiful light that surrounded them. And I could see them and they knew I could see them. And they knew I could see them. So I think I said that right. Okay. So if you've always been drawn to the, or curious to the supernatural, the metaphysical, or the spiritual topics, then yeah, it's definitely a calling, I would have to say. Everyone is intuitive. Everyone can learn how to tune in to their intuitive gifts, but not everybody wants to be a psychic medium or a channeler. And it's really up to you. Do you find that you tend to predict things and then that you're accurate in your predictions? You might be able to foresee events or situations with surprising accuracy, often without much effort at all. I had to work on it because my mind was busy, and if you have a busy mind like I do, then you probably have to maybe take some more time out in meditating and calming your mind, and I use a lot of frequency waves. Something that will relax you if you have a hard time doing that. Yeah. Another sign is that you sometimes feel watched or feel like you might not be alone, or you might be in the presence of someone around you, even when you're physically alone. Yeah, chances are that you probably do have someone around you. And a lot of people are afraid of that. But, we have between 3 and 5 angels that are with us from the time we're born to the time we transitioned into the spirit world. I've seen all 3 of mine. I have a great angel meditation. Look through my videos. It's simple, and by the time you're done with the angel meditation, you will literally know your name, the names of your angel or angels, and what they look like, and what the color of their hair is, and and even their names. So don't always think that just because you feel like you're being watched or you feel like you're not alone, that it's a bad thing. It's just something that you might not be familiar with because it's new, or you've never really tried to understand what that meant. But it definitely doesn't have to mean anything bad. I'm going to say 99.9% of the time it's not bad. It's somebody who loves you, someone who cares about you. It's your angel. Maybe it's your, spirit guide if you believe in that. It could be Mother Mary or Jesus. I have been visited by both. So, keep your mind open when it comes to that. Another sign is you might have a strong connection to nature. You feel grounded or energized in natural settings. I know I do. And if you don't know what grounding is, it's a wonderful technique to where you take your shoes off and your socks off and you go outside and just walk on the bare earth. I've also read that walking or standing on cement is, just as good. Cement is just as good because it's basically stone, crushed stone. And but to get a real solid connection in your grounding, you would want to stand on the ground, on the earth. And if you do that for 10 or 15 minutes, what it really does is it breaks down the congealed molecules in your body, and it kind of helps to give you a good energy flow and blood flow. So that's also very nice. It's a very nice feeling. Or if you have any physical pain, if you ground, that oftentimes alleviates a lot of that pain. Another sign is that you kind of have a healing presence, or people often tell you that they feel calmer, lighter, or happier when they are around you, when they spend time with you, even without intention. Sometimes I'll walk into a room and they'll say, "Wow, when you walked into the room, the energy just lit up," or "It was like a ray of sunshine coming in," or "I love spending time with you because your voice is calming and you have a very calming presence about you, and an energy that helps me feel at ease. If you're like that, that's a gift in itself. That is definitely a sign that you are in tune with energies and frequencies around you. But it's really true. You will begin to intuitively know how to handle situations that used to baffle you. And there is no right or wrong. I mean, we're all on a path to growing, and you are where you are, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So don't ever feel bad or feel like you should be doing something other than what you're doing. Just have faith in the process and practice those. If those are something that you feel to be true to your spirit, and you feel like, that you think you are an intuitive and that you would probably want to use those gifts in your life in some way, then then you're on your way. Just keep practicing. Take care. And if you like this video, subscribe. Please subscribe and like. Okay, bye.